Well, good morning, everyone. Let's touch grass for a couple hours today. So, I live in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and this week, today's Saturday, this happened Tuesday, we had a really big storm, the likes of which we've never really seen. The winds were supposed to be 85 miles an hour, which is like hurricane force. They weren't quite 85, they were maybe like 70, but it knocked over a lot of stuff. I think almost 300,000 people were without power. We were without power from Tuesday evening until Friday morning, and then it still kept going on and off on Friday. And since that happened, there's two things I wanted to do. The first is to get some biscuits and gravy at Wendy's because my wife won't let me make it at home. She doesn't like soggy bread, so I get it at Wendy's. But the second thing is to go to my favorite park and see what the damage is and see if we can find any broken down trees and stuff. So let's go do that. So here we are at Frick Park. This is the largest city park in Pittsburgh. It's 640 acres. We're going to go off the beaten path because the trails are what I love. They remind me of my childhood. That's a tribute to you, Nana. I love you. I grew up, when I come to this park, it reminds me of the magical place of my childhood. That's why it's my park. It really doesn't belong to anybody else. It really only belongs to me. Everyone else is just a visitor. So we came here today to look at this, to look at all the trees, all the big ones that got blown over in the wind, because there is a lot of really cool trees in this park. Look at that big root system. Now, what I don't know is how healthy the tree was, if the roots were rotted and short, or if they were long and healthy. So if we go and walk closer to the tree, I can get an idea because we can see how many leaves are on it. If the branches are dead and have no leaves, the tree was dead or wasn't very healthy. This one here is part of it. Yeah, and there was no, that's dead. That broke right off. These are all part of the tree. So the tree wasn't very healthy, but it was a big one. Let's go see what else we can find. And we've got another one. This one looks real big. Let's take a closer look. Now, I saw a bicyclist come this way. I wonder how he got through here. Did he take a different way? Couldn't have possibly got his bike through here. That's a big one with a big root system. Lots of leaves. Looks healthy. Let's scamper through it. There's another one. Whole big tree fell over the path. The park department will have to come. See, this one was healthy. Look at all the foliage. That was all in the air, like 60 or 80 feet up in the air. Caught the wind, knocked the tree over even though it was healthy. That's how powerful the wind was. It's completely changed the landscape here. I want to get a closer look at this one because it looks so healthy. Yep. I don't see any dead branches. This was a strong tree. Now I can't get real close to the root base without going off trail. And I do try to be polite and not do that. Let's go this way. But it's a question how well the root base was secured. Erosion's a big issue here because it rains a lot. Some of the trees are old and a lot of the soil has washed away. Ah, what a beautiful place. Oh, I might be disappointed here. There's these people who live right up next to the park. And there were some big trees growing in this little gorge here. Okay, there we go. That's the real big one. That one right there in the center. I was hoping that one didn't fall down. If that one fell down, oh, that would do so much damage if it fell on their house. Lots of people had trees fall on their house. Some people even, they told me the wind broke the tree, picked it up, because the leaves were like a sail and the tree flew a little ways and then landed on the house. No damage to my house or my car, so I don't mind all the food I had to throw away when the power was out. Honestly, this was a great week. I liked it. My children, they couldn't use any of their devices, so I didn't have to yell at them to get off. I didn't have to be like, get off and come for dinner. Get off and brush your teeth. Get off and go to bed. Didn't have to do any of that because they couldn't even do those things. It was a relaxing week for me. I liked it. I can't tell if it's raining right now or if the wind is just blowing the water off the leaves. I think the wind's just blowing all the water off the leaves. It's very pleasant. I'm not getting wet. Coming to visit the park like this after a storm, it's kind of like visiting a friend in the hospital for me. Because the park is my friend. It's not an object. It's not even a place. Not to me. It is in a place, but it is not a place. I like to come to the park all seasons of the year. I want to see it in the fall. I want to see it in the winter when it's dead, when it's sleeping. A park is different when it's sleeping, just like a friend is different when they're sleeping. When it's waking up in the spring, it's different. You know, all these trees are different when they're waking up. To me, they're just like a person waking up. I want to see it after a storm, when the trees are broken. I want to see it damaged. I want to see how my friend's doing while it's damaged. That's something I wish my wife could understand. Maybe it's not an issue that she doesn't understand, but just that she doesn't want to get up early on a Saturday morning and walk around through the park in the mud. She's very clumsy. So if she was with me right now, I don't know, we might have made 10% of the progress that we've made, because, you know, she would have to look down at her feet to not slip, but then she wouldn't know where she was going. I swear nobody taught that girl how to walk. She should have grown up in the country. I do what I can, guys, to keep her safe, but that's the best I can do. The point is, I would love my wife to be with me, but I left her at home, because if I took the wife with me, I'd see maybe 5% of the park. Going by myself, I can see maybe 30% of the park. It's a big park. This is 640 acres, Frick Park. And I want to know every inch. And I don't just want to know every inch once. I want to know every inch in all its different moods. I want to know what the trees look like I said, when they're waking up, when they're going through fall colors. If a rainstorm has caused streams here and there, I want to know, you know, it's like knowing what someone like when they cry. When there's a big rainstorm, all these streams pop up everywhere. I want to know where they pop up. And then in the dry season, I can look and say, there's a stream there, it's just not there yet. That's what going to the park is like for me. My childhood was like this. That's for you, Nana. I love you. I grew up in a place, honestly, a lot like this, guys. And so when I come here now as an adult with my own children and a mortgage and dealing with inflation, well, I guess that brings it back to why this video is on a Minecraft channel. See, the channel is really not about Minecraft. It's about coping. I love Minecraft because it helps me cope. I think people should know that. I have a good opinion of it. I want to tell people. It's about coping. That's what it's about. So after a week without power and worrying about this and that, still having to go to work because work, of course, had power. To me, there's no greater luxury, ladies and gentlemen, Minecraft buddies, than on a Saturday morning, leaving the kids at home, not having to go to work, and coming here all by myself to go at my own pace. I left the computer and Minecraft at home. But if you've watched the videos on my channel, I think you can connect the dots here. My time outside affects what I do when I'm playing Minecraft when I'm stuck inside. I like BSL shaders because they make things look misty and foggy. And where I grew up in Pittsburgh kind of looks misty and foggy. I like to build natural things in Minecraft. I like to build things that don't really have walls with a facade and a window and a door. I mean, guys, I don't know why anybody on Minecraft builds one of those. I love you, my Minecraft buddies. But why do you do that? You live in one of those things already. You live in a box with walls and a window and a door and a roof. I don't know why you ever build those things. That's why almost all my Minecraft builds, they don't have doors, they don't have windows, they have openings, they don't have roofs, they have cave tops or tree tops. Everything's different. Everything's like this. If I was Tarzan, I would surf down that tree, but I'm not Tarzan and I want to go home to my wife, so I won't. I'm also 36 and liable to injure myself attempting anything that I might have done when I was a teenager to impress the girls. So, you know, that's the advantage of being married. You don't have to impress girls anymore. This thing here, this is for bicyclists. I'm on like a bike trail, so if they come down, I got to make sure I step to the side so they don't run me over. Frick Park is 640 acres, if I didn't say that already. It was part of the Frick estate. Frick and Carnegie were basically the two steel barons that owned this place. They basically owned everything when Pittsburgh provided like 20% of the entire world's steel during World War II. These guys were really rich, especially Mr. Carnegie. Almost everything around here is named after him. He was like Daddy Warbucks from Annie. I mean, this guy, there's this mansion he has. I forget where it is. Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina. Anyway, it's so huge. It's like a museum tourist attraction thing now. They say you couldn't build it today. The materials are too rare and imported and, you know, endangered and all that. And it's just too massive. It financially would not be feasible today. No one has that much consolidated wealth. As much as we complain about our rich people and billionaires today, I really think it's nothing like it was 100 years ago. But I digress. So Frick Park was given by Frick's daughter. My wife would have to tell you the story. You know, something about wanting her to get married. She didn't want to get married. Her mother sided with her. It was given to her as a dowry, and she gave it to the public. So now it's 640 acres. It's the best park in Pittsburgh. One of the big reasons why I'm happy here. It's got bike trails and walking trails. It's in the city, but you can just spend hours here without ever seeing a road. I don't really hear cars. Maybe if I focus, I can kind of hear them. It's quite slippery here because it's muddy. The sound you hear there is chainsaws because park guys and tree cutting crews are all over trying to repair from the storm. I'm tired of walking on these bike berms. I'm gonna go this way. Anyway, I'm in Pennsylvania, like I said. If you ever watched, what is it? I was gonna say Dances with Wolves. But that's not right. Last of the Mohicans with Daniel Day-Lewis. That's what I'm thinking of. I remember watching that as a kid, and this area looks and feels just like that because we're not that far from the Appalachians where that took place and where it was filmed and everything. This is a really cool area. I was going to say something. What was it? I can't remember. When I remember, I'll get back to you. I remembered what it was. So at one point, my wife and I were talking pretty seriously about making videos about all the hikes and cool places around Pittsburgh because it's just so interesting. I mean, the courthouse here in Pittsburgh, you should Google it. It looks like Hogwarts. It's like a castle. There's like a street that goes under a bridge. It's amazing. It looks like it could take hits from siege catapults and survive. It's pretty awesome. There we go. I caught one on film. I landed on my hands, by the way. You didn't fall if you caught yourself. But what I was going to say was, so when my wife and I were kind of talking about making videos like this, we bought me a kind of GoPro-like camera so I could, you know, not have to do what I'm doing right now with my phone. Had to catch myself while holding my phone. But I'm not very good with technology, and I was trying to adjust the settings. And now the settings are in like Korean or something. Now, my wife is good with technology. That's something I really like about her, actually. So she was supposed to fix it. But she also has what's turning out to be pretty formidable ADHD. So I might ask her to do something, even remind her 11 times. I don't know when it'll get done. You know, perhaps by the time we have flying cars and we're living in space, she might get that camera switched back to English for me so I could use it. Do I want to go this way or do I want to go that way? I don't want to go that way. I want to go this way. Anyway, I would like to do this and show a lot of the videos. My phone camera is not that great, but this is what we're stuck with, at least until my wife helps me outfit with a camera, you know, a GoPro type thing that I can use. Because, you know, with the Minecraft channel, I don't do that on my own. Seal for me does all the editing for me. She does the music. She does a lot of things. I'm the talent. You know, that's what, in our Discord, that's what she calls me. I'm the talent. She's the editor. I don't do those things. I need someone to do it for me. If I'm going to try to make videos like this, which my wife wants me to do, well, let's just say that when we publish this video to YouTube and share it to all the friends and family, to all my Minecraft buddies, that my wife, well, she'll watch this. She'll know that everybody else watches it. And she'll put that camera, she'll switch it back to English so I can use it. Now, there's another distinct possibility, because I am a man, that she already did fix the camera and put it back to English Oh, look how dangerous this is. I just walked on this bridge and didn't even pay attention. It's quite sagging. Anyway, there's a distinct possibility that she did fix the camera months ago, and she told me, and it just went in one ear and out the other because she's my wife, and that's what you do when your wife's talking. So when the video's published, we'll see who's right and who's wrong and who's in the doghouse. Well, hello, little guy. Little funny orange yellow looking guy. I didn't realize we had turtles like you in the park. We're at kind of a high elevation. Yeah, there we go. You should probably get off the trail, buddy. The nice lady we've passed 3 times, I'm sure she saw you and didn't step on you. My, you're a beautiful creature. Those colors are gorgeous. I'm not going to touch you. I'm going to respect your space. But you're pretty. You're very pretty. Maybe I'll just be intrusive. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm scaring you. I just wanted to see your pretty face. I'm going to go now. Goodbye, Mr. Turtle. Here's yet another one. I haven't been counting, but if I was, the number would be pretty high. It was right there. Now it's right here. Still green. Not for long. Let's see what other signs of destruction are up ahead. I see the color of splintered wood up there. Let's go check it out. I'm close to one of the highways, so you can hear the cars now. I don't enjoy. Oh yeah, look at that. Now that is a pretty break. Root system intact. Maybe the tree was kind of rotted or cracked here. I don't know, I'm not a forester, but it looks pretty sturdy to me. Looks like it's got a lot of healthy branches with leaves. But the wind just knocked it, broke it. This one too, that's, let's see, can you see? Can't see so well, but that's a root ball right there, following this trunk all the way up here. Trunk's all green and pretty. We get to walk under it. And there's another one. Let's go off the trail just for a moment. Where did the, oh, it came off up there. I thought it came off down here somewhere. Silly me, yeah, it came off up there. There's leaves up there. Not the whole tree was healthy, but a lot of it was. But this one, even though it had lots of leaves, looks like signs of rot in there though, so it wasn't super healthy on the inside. The forest is full of downed trees from one time or another. And little ones underneath, little tiny ones trying to come up, but there's not that much sunlight. That's why there's no grass here. There's naturally no grass because there's just a thick layer of leaves on the ground. It's hard for saplings to come up because the deer eat the saplings. That's actually a problem. I think last year they authorized bow hunters to come into the city park and hunt deer. I think they had a quota, but there's no wolves to predate on the deer, and the deer population is large and it predates upon the trees. So without the wolves, we can't protect the trees. So the humans have to become the wolves. So we have bow hunters to do that. Otherwise, the deer eat all the young saplings. And in 40 years, when all these old trees get knocked down, there will be no young ones to replace them. And all of this, instead of looking, well, actually, yeah, this is kind of a sparse area. A lot of other areas have bigger trees. It could look like this low-lying area here, you know, with just the, there we go, the smaller trees. 40 years, it could be like that if we can't control the deer population. I hope that doesn't happen. Another 2 downed ones. Can't bring wolves back because it's in the city. But the deer, oh yeah, that one too. 2 of them. Yeah, we've passed like a dozen down trees in this clip. But the deer they're vicious here. They eat tons of stuff. They eat the young saplings. The winters are hard here. So if we want to protect our forests, we've got to control the deer population. So that's something I have worry of. I plan to grow old here. I want to walk these trails in 30 or 40 years. I'd like there to still be big trees and have confidence that my children and grandchildren can see the trees. There's parts of Pittsburgh that are just low scrub brush and, bushes and vines, and it's all kind of gross. It's not pleasant. It's not like this. And I don't want all of Pittsburgh to look like that, and it could if we don't take the right actions to control it. And in this case, it's not just not cutting down trees or not expanding more development. We've got to control the native population because we took away the predators that kept the ecosystem in check. So, guess the humans, they have to be the wolves. Yeah, this area got hit hard. I'm thinking maybe because there's not a lot of big trees in this area. See, a lot of these are smaller than in other clips. So that one broke off right there and goes all the way down. Oh no, only down to right there. Then that's another one broken off. Look how big this is. It looks like a mighty leviathan downed by lesser creatures. Oh, look at this. We can walk all over this upturned root system right here. So this tree might live a while because it's still got roots, but it got knocked over. Oh, now it looks dead. It's hardly alive. I wonder if I can get through this. I mean, of course I can, but is anyone going to think ill of me for getting through it? I hope not. It's the reason I'm here. It's a city park. We're not supposed to go off trail. And I miss the times. Oh, look at that. We can peer into that. That'll make good shelter sometime later if it's not too muddy. All right, let's see. How am I going to get through here? And while holding the phone, no less, I'm going to go feet first. Hold the branch. My glasses. I lost my glasses. See, in my head, I was going to be all smooth, cool, like Ricky Tikki Tavi, who's so agile. He can get the king cobra. Or like me when I was younger. And that's just not the way it is. I could crawl on the ground under here, but it's going to get too muddy. I could crawl up on the top. I'd have to put the phone down. It's going to be easiest just to go this way. I'm lame, guys. I'm lame and boring. I'm not like I once was. My wife will tell you. Just ask her. I was amazing once. Now I'm 36 and I'm not amazing anymore. There's not much to look at over there, I think. I'm going to go this way. Oh, look at that. That's a big one. And it was quite hollow inside. We have got to get a closer look at that one. Yep, quite hollow, rotted inside. Now it makes a nice bridge over the creek. I don't know what you call it. It's not a creek, but when it rains, it runs down. I'm not sure if there's a word for that. I am getting tired. I've been out here about 2 hours. I need to go this way to head back to the car. You know what I just realized? I am 36 years old. Do you know what that means? If you don't know what that means, shame on you if you call yourself a Potterhead, because you did not immediately connect the dots that I'm the exact age of the number of presents at Dudley's birthday party when he counted them and there wasn't enough. And he said, but last year there were 37. And then they had to go, I think, you know what happened after that. Yeah, I hope you caught that connection, you Potter fans. If not, shame on you. For shame. I don't have any ticks on myself. I presume. I don't know. I'll have to check when I get home. There are ticks in this area, and they can carry Lyme disease. Lyme disease is not pleasant. I'm given to understand. The nice thing about these trails is often there's not very many people on them. I've been able to walk and talk to myself and just be alone, pretending someone's listening. Pretty much, except for that one nice lady who circled me like 3 times. She's some kind of wizard. I don't know what route she's taking, but she's passed me 3 times. And I'm not taking a route, I'm just kind of wandering. I guess I'm roughly going in a circular motion. It's about time to wrap it up though. I think I'm about to go back up onto the main trail pretty soon here. That's where most people walk. They walk on the paved trail. They take their dogs. Only cool people like me walk on these trails. And that one lady. And the bicyclists. Yeah, well, that's the cool group. Me, the lady, and all the bicyclists. But yeah, I think we'll wrap that up for a video. If you made it to this point in the video, you are from 2 categories. Number 1, you are my Nana, who loves me, and of course watched the whole video and smiled and loved it, and has lots of questions. If you're from the other group, then remember, if you make it to the end of a video, you are a very fancy person indeed. And as always, Minecraft buddies and friends and family and my wife, we'll see what arguments or talks we have when this is over. But to the rest of you, remember, my Nana loves me, and so should you, and you should love yourself as well. Have a good day.